Hey everybody, this will be the first episode of AllieCat Customs, and we're going to go rescue my brother's Dodge, which blew the turbo up coming down the road. So stay tuned. So we're going to go rescue my brother's truck. It's a 2010 Dodge. It's got a Cummins in it, and apparently it's had a mechanical failure on the turbo. On the way in last night, he said he all of a sudden lost power. Check engine light came on it, and he ended up spending the night in the truck before he called me. So I went and inspected it, and it's raining outside, and there is a soot stream down the side of his truck, and the popped the hood, cranked it up, and it's blowing exhaust gas inside the engine compartment as the whole side of the engine sooted up. So we're gonna go load it on a trailer right now and bring it to the shop and see what we got. Full load. Well, we got the truck loaded on the trailer. That was a fiasco. It will not move in high rain. Put it in forward load to get it to climb on the trailer. And the rain lit up just enough for it to get it loaded up without being completely soaked. But now we're hauling it in pouring down rain. Hopefully the rain will let up so we can get it unloaded off the trailer and driven up the driveway to the shop. Hope that don't turn into fiasco number 2 for the day. Alrighty, we got the truck in the shop. As you can see, it's got soot all down the side of it. The whole underside of the engine compartment's covered in soot inside, and making a heck of a racket when we pull it in the shop. So about to take it apart and see what we got wrong here. Alright guys, as you can tell, I got the air filter box, the air filter intake removed. I can see the turbo inside, and I had my brother fire the truck up so I could listen and could feel for any exhaust gas coming out. As you can tell, it's all real sooted up in this area on top of the engine, and I couldn't feel any gases coming from the turbo. When I brought my hand up under the EGR cooler, which runs right through here, I could feel a lot of exhaust gas, a lot of heat coming from here. So got to shut the truck off, and most of the time in my experience, when an EGR cooler fails, it fails internally, and it will start losing antifreeze. It'll start smoking out of the exhaust and start overheating and things like that. Apparently this one has failed, or something has failed inside this area where the EGR cooler is, and exhaust gas is escaping out into the engine compartment. So I'm going to pull the top end of the engine off, pull all the covers off and all the stuff over here. I got to drain the coolant out of the system, and so I can visually inspect and see what has happened. I'm gonna take it apart and we'll see the results. All right, guys, I got the EGR cooler removed. Come to find out that one of the bolts, the nut had actually worked loose, and it's missing half the gasket. And the way it's set up is, I can tell by the imprint on the gasket, that's where it was blowing all the exhaust up and under the EGR cooler. I put a little bit of pressure to it, capped the ends off, stuck a little shop air to it, and couldn't find any obvious leaks in it. So I think the cooler's still good, but trying to convince my brother to go ahead and put an EGR delete kit on it. We're going to look at putting exhaust on this thing and hopefully the turbo's still good. I'm gonna do some troubleshooting on it, make sure it's right. I'm pretty sure that the code that he saw on it may be because it was losing turbo pressure. So now that we found at least one of the problems, I'm gonna do some more troubleshooting on the turbo. Make sure it's okay. It doesn't have any axial or radial play on the turbine itself. So I want to make sure it's good to go, and look up EGR delete kits and exhaust system for it. Try to convince my brother that he doesn't need this on the truck. See what we can come up with.